Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am stopping in today to share what I made for the coffee, cake, and crafting folio swap. It is a one-on-one swap in the coffee, cake, and crafting Facebook group. Tiffany, Crafting Like a Boss McGill, is the administrator creator of that group. So I will link the group below. It was a pretty easy tutorial to follow. We had to follow Deborah Adam's Folio tutorial, and I will also link her tutorial video here on YouTube. Definitely give Debbie a follow. She has been coming up with some great tutorials. So regardless of your crafting level, I'm definitely sure that there's something over there that you can follow along with no problems. So the requirements for the swap. You had to, let's see, of course, follow the tutorial, and you could take liberties, but the base of the folio had to follow Debbie's tutorial. You had to create a cluster embellishment, some sort of 3D pop-up, something like that, sort of element in your folio. You had to have at least four matching photo mats, and you had to include an envelope with all of the scraps from the paper collection that you used. So this is my folio album. After chatting with my swap partner, she again likes vintage. I keep getting these swap partners that like vintage, so one of these days I'm going to master vintage. Haven't done it yet. So there were a few paper collections that came to mind when I was thinking of what to make for her. And then I watched a reveal video for a different swap. I think it was for Brittany's. I can't remember who it was. But I watched a swap reveal video for her, and she was so excited about one of the items that she received, and it had a camera on it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go with the Mente Mamarazzi paper collection. I love this collection. I picked it up last year. I was saving it for an album for myself because I'm definitely a mamarazzi. My kids will attest to that. But I decided to go ahead and use the collection for this swap. And I'm happy that I did. I'm happy with what I created. So I use magnets as my closure. I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to decorate the front. I like to leave certain things to the person that it's being gifted to, especially if they are a crafter, because we all have different styles. You know, I might have gone over the top where she might like a more simplistic look. So to not have the front of the folio plain, I decided to create this memory decks card. And I have magnets in the back of it, and that just has my info on the back, so it just snaps right back in place. So she can put it in her memory decks holder or leave it here on the front of the folio. So that comes off. This is the front, spine 1, the back. I love that print. Spine 2. So when you flip it open, there really wasn't much that I could do over here because my magnets were in here, and I already have it double matted here and double matted there. And I was afraid that if I put something else there, the magnets wouldn't be as strong. So I left that blank. When you flip it open, this one is also magnetized, this flap here. But over here, I just have a 3x4 photo mat with one of the ephemera pieces over there. This page here, again, 2 3x4 photo mats with some more of the ephemera pieces. And let's see. All of these have tuck spots, so the photos will still fit down in there. I just adhered it on the outside. Same with this one over here. Your photo will still fit in there. And I did not overly embellish these because on some of the pages you don't have very much room, so you can't have thick embellishments. Plus, this paper is so pretty. I did not want to cover it up. If she wants to cover it up, that is her prerogative. It's her album. She can do with it what she wants. But as for me, I did not cover up too much of the pretty paper. So with Debbie's tutorial, you had 2 pages that were side by side. So flip that one. Again, I think this is my favorite paper in the collection, and there was no way I was putting anything on that page. If she wants to slap a photo on there, again, that's her prerogative. But back to what I was saying with Debbie's tutorial, you just had these 2 pages right here. So this is where I took the first of the liberties with the album. So here again, 2 more 3x4 photos. I just used can't remember, a Fiskars punch, I think, or maybe this one was an EK Success punch, and just created a little fishtail banner for both sides, the 3x4 mats, a piece of the ephemera. But my liberty that I took, I added a flap that opens here. So I have a 4x6 mat there, and then over here I have a pocket. And inside of the pocket, I have some more photo mats. So the requirements were that you only had to have 4 photo mats total. I've gone above and beyond that. I have this Polaroid style die, and I think I got it last year when I got this collection, and I had not used it yet, and this was the perfect opportunity to use it. So I created these as some photo mats, and she can print her pictures and put in there. So that's liberty number 1. Liberty number 2, again, because of the size of this album, you could really only mat 1 page in your album per 12x12 sheet. So to stretch my paper, I use some of my pink basil cardstock, and I think this was Tutu Pink is the color. And for that one, or for the pink cardstock, I use one of my embossing folders, and I think this one came from Joann's. So I just embossed the whole sheet, and I created a belly band for this one. And underneath the belly band, I have another spot for her to add pictures. So that just tucks right back in there. And then this page here, again, this is the 3x4 cut apart sheet from the collection. So I just cut that up and used it as a mat there. And then on the top side, I also use that as a mat. And then Debbie's tutorial, so this was liberty number 3, I think, that I took. So Debbie's tutorial just has a standard waterfall. And one of the requirements was to have like a 3D, some sort of moving element, pop-up element in your folio. So I decided to do a waterfall pull. So my waterfall goes like that. And that is it for my album. So let's put that back on there. I just love that Memory Dex card. The clustered embellishment. Again, you don't have too much room to put very dimensional stuff in the album. So I created 2 cluster embellishments. And here's some more of that pink cardstock that I embossed. And I used the small, not the smallest, but the next to smallest die in that Polaroid set, and I created these cluster embellishments. Use some diamond dots on here, some sequin thread back there, die cut flower and heart from the collection, and then they also have a chipboard sticker sheet, so I used some of those. I popped the sentiment and the flower and heart up on foam just to give it some dimension. For the background, I wanted to give some interest and depth to the background because, of course, these are too small for you to put a photo, or I don't know, maybe you can print a photo and put on there. But I used another piercing plate. I am loving all of my piercing plates. I'm trying to use all of my stuff. So I pulled out another one of my piercing plates, and this one I think I got from Allie. And it just has a foliage, a foliage design. So there is that. Set those to the side. And then as for the last requirement of the swap, this is the bag of scraps that I have. Some of them I had to cut down because they were too long to fit in a medium flat rate box. So I cut some of them down, but I think that she could get some use from these scraps, so I will be including those. And then we also had to answer some questions for the group about, you know, our wishes, like your $5 wish, some goodies that you'd be interested in receiving. So one of the things that she mentioned was some bags to package up things. So I just went through my little swap packaging system and I pulled out some little baggies, these little mint ones with bows, the corally pink ones with bows, and then these are just some clear bags, and I think I pulled like 5 of each one, I believe. So and the person that I'm swapping with is new to swapping, I believe. She is not new to crafting. I believe she said she started as a card maker. So she's not new to crafting, but new to swapping. So I'm sending her those in this organza bag. And one of the other things that she mentioned was that she would like some beads to go with her pins. I guess she makes the beaded pins. So I went through my bubblegum bead collection and just pulled, she didn't specify color, so I just pulled some of my bigger beads, and I'm not going to open this bag because I finally got them to lay in there flat. So yeah, so these are some 20 millimeter beads. And the last goodie, that I am including is this bag of green apple and mango high chews. She mentioned that green apple high chews are her favorite. I could not find just a pack of the green high chews, so I found this pack. So hopefully she likes the mango, or if she doesn't, someone in her household does. So that is all for my folio swap for the Coffee Cake and Crafting Facebook group. I have a haul video that I plan to record in the next day or so. I'm waiting on 2 more shipments. One of them was delayed, so both of them are arriving on the same day from scrapbook.com that I want to include in that haul video. So as soon as those items arrive, I will go ahead and do a haul, a collective haul from a couple stores that I've been purchasing from. So until then, friends, thanks for hanging out with me. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you will see what I have going on in my crafty life. All right, y'all. Bye.